Hi my friends, welcome back to Cinderella's Kitchen. Today I am going to show you how I make my fresh jalapeno salsa. For this recipe I'm going to be using 8 jalapenos, 3 small Roma tomatoes, 2 garlic cloves, a little bit of salt, half an onion, and 2 Serrano peppers. So the first thing we're going to do with our salsa is we're going to get our peppers and tomatoes and onion all charred up. So I have my little countertop griddle, and we are just going to put all of our peppers and tomato and onion on here and let them start getting a nice char on them, a little blackened all the way around. And I just cut the onions into quarters. And that is going to be that. And we're going to check it every couple of minutes and start turning them. You can already see them like moving and starting to pop and starting to sizzle. So we'll just leave these here for a little bit and check on them in a minute. Okay, here you can see that they're all starting to get a nice little char on them. We don't have to have them completely blackened, but just a nice little char. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to boil them till they're nice and soft. Here we have our peppers, onion, and tomatoes in our water, and we're just going to add a little bit of salt in here. Just kind of stir that around. And these are going to come to a boil, and the peppers are going to get nice and softened. So we will just wait until they're ready. Alright, so we are going to check in on our peppers and tomatoes and onions. They are boiling away. We're going to see if our jalapenos are soft. You just want to kind of give them a little squeeze. They're not hard, they're pretty soft, so I think they are good to go. And our onion is all softened, and our tomatoes have basically peeled themselves. So these are perfect and ready to go. I have our softened, boiled, charred jalapeno peppers, Serrano peppers. The onion already strained out and put in the blender, and then we have our tomatoes. And I also saved the cooking liquid because whenever you puree it in the food processor blender, it's going to get it's going to be thick, so you'll want to thin it out with some of the cooking liquid. And I'm going to show you how I de-seed. We don't put all the seeds in because it would be way too hot, I think. But de-seed this and puree it in our blender and make our jalapeno salsa. So what I usually do is I take my fork and a spoon, and I try to get the skin off of the tomato. These are coming off very easily. And then I do want to get that little center core out. I don't really want the seeds, so I just kind of cut around it and put it in my little trash bowl. And then this will go in the blender. So I'm just going to do that to all of them. You're just basically wanting like all the pulp off of the tomato. Okay, and then for my jalapenos, I will pop off the little top. They're usually split, so I just open them up. And I just scoop out that rib kind of thing and the seeds. I leave some of the seeds, but there's like a little thready kind of membrane on there with the seeds that we don't use. So pop off the top, open it, take out that little ribbing and the seeds, and we're just going to do this to all of them. and put them in the blender. I'll do one more. Okay, we have our peppers and our tomatoes de-seeded, and in our food processor or blender, I already have our onions. So we're just gonna add all of our peppers and our tomatoes. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to crush some garlic with our handy dandy, my favorite tool in the kitchen, my Pampered Chef garlic press. So let's just crush that in there. And then the second one. And all we have left to do is blend this up, and then I saved a little bit of the cooking liquid so that we can go ahead and pour some in to make it a little more liquidy if we need to. So this is going to get a little bit loud, so bear with me. Smells spicy, very spicy. All right, so it is a little thick, a little bit thick. Let me show you. It is a little bit thick in there, so we're gonna need to add a little of the cooking liquid, and we're only gonna add a little at a time because you can always add more, but you can't really take it out. So let's just add it a little at a time, and then we'll taste it. All right, let's check it again. A little more. So we're just gonna keep adding a little more at a time until we get the consistency we're looking for. All right, this is looking more like what we like. Don't do that. Don't smell it. This is a little bit more like what we like. So I'm just going to empty this and pour some of this up in our jar. Okay, I tasted it. It needed just a little bit of salt, so I added some. And now I'm just going to pour this into my jar. Oh my gosh. And here we have it. And then we'll just store it in the fridge. This will probably last us about 2 weeks. And then we'll be making some more. We put this on everything, tacos. We're actually making barbacoa. So I made this for our barbacoa, and we will use it on breakfast tacos, our little street tacos, nachos, everything. So if you try this, let me know how you like it. The jalapenos are gonna be, or the salsa is gonna be however hot your jalapenos and your peppers are. Sometimes our jalapenos are not super spicy, so that's when we add like a serrano or ghost pepper or something like that, or chili piquin to put in to make it a little bit more spicy. I tasted it, it's very, very spicy, but that's how we like it. So if you don't like it as spicy, you can use like a milder jalapeno. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you try it, if you like it, if you have another salsa recipe that you like. Let me know, send me the recipe, and I'll try it too. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy this video.